Hello out there in Willand, it's me again, the lazy videogamer. Unusually, cause I said I will air a show on Sunday, and that show is of course the main show that I want to show you, but I heard some good news and I thought I share that with you as well. Well, so it is a little bit a longer video, and yeah, for that reason I have my coffee here, and maybe you already saw it, I'm wearing my Tetris play watch. So sit back, relax and enjoy your coffee, your tea, your beverage of your kind. I'm just a lazy video gamer, even too lazy to make a new intro. So yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is maybe you see it in the back, there's something going on. It's in fact the Mega CD Sonic episode, but yeah, I come to that later. I just first wanna mention the shortest info. The guys from my Play Watch already announced another watch, and for the Mega Man fans, yeah, awesome, there will come a Mega Man watch. I'm not specially in the franchise, those games were always too hard for me. Yeah, I'm a noob. But yeah, for all the rocket blasters out there, this is a thing you should keep an eye on it. And what do you else should keep an eye or keep in mind is on the topic from the back. There's running Sonic CD, the regular version, the Japanese version, for the Mega CD, aka Sega CD. Well, as a Mega CD fan, it is not an easy life, cause the Mega Drive, the Super Nintendo, all other consoles getting so much attention from programmers. Why? Simple. There are almost no possibilities there to make new games for the Mega CD or even fantastic hacks. They are there, but they're rare, like Sonic Mega Drive with an awesome soundtrack. Or also very popular and famous, the Mortal Kombat hack, or let me say special edition, the Psycho RFJ edition. Here, of course, from my favorite reproduction dude, or also for the Final Fight fans out there, an Arcadia version. I'm still happy to have it, but I'm also let me say cut in a half. One part of the heart loves this version, and one part of the heart of my body likes the Mega CD incarnation, in fact more on the reason of the sound. Why I mention those games is the fantastic news. If you're an older person like me, or like I am, you heard about the technique of reverse engineering. Electronic Arts back in the day used it to make games for the Mega Drive, aka Sega Genesis, without the developer's kit console. So they learned to program for the system that you can or could purchase back then in the shops. And that is what I'm getting it correct. Also what happens nowadays with the Mega CD, and that is in fact great news for me as Mega CD maniac. There will come new games. I hope so. Not today, not tomorrow, not in a month, but it is theoretically possible. If you are interested in this topic, video game esoterica made a fantastic video about this topic, and yeah, talks a little bit about that. So also a fantastic news or something in that way is what I heard about or from a YouTuber, RGF, and he made a cool video about the Sega Saturn project Tripp. So maybe you watch it for yourself. There are many YouTubers out there since years they talking about Saturn 64X or 32X, an adapter like the 32X to enhance the power of the Sega Saturn. And yes, that was actually planned. The most YouTubers taking some photoshops and copying it and make just a white, let me say, 32X and drop it into the cartridge slot. But yeah, basically that was the case, that was planned, and this project Tripp comes a little bit closer to what was in mind. Does it ever get published? I'm not sure, I don't know, but yeah, I talked with this YouTuber a little bit, and I told him, of course, that from back in the day, I remembered the German game magazine, Sega magazine, and now, maybe later, that they announced a certain number, several titles for the Saturn with this enhanced, let me say, module, or call it a chip, like the Sega virtual processor who was used in in virtual racing to enhance the hardware power, and they planned it with Virtua Fighter 3, some other titles, and that was back in the day for me the big news, with Kart Race, a racing game that never was ported to any home console from Sega. So this game stayed in the arcade, and I remember that, and I checked out can I find some old game magazines, and yes, in fact, I found this fan page Sega retro.org, and they have every issue of this German magazine as PDF files there. Well, and as you maybe know, I'm a huge fan of Tomcat Alley, and I have all the language variations that existing. The Spanish, the French, of course, Japanese as well. But I'm talking about the PAL versions, okay, French, Spanish, the English and the German. And I know that in this magazine somewhere is an article, a review, and that leads me to, read some more. And 1-2 magazines later, when I'm scrolling down, and reading through, there was this advertisement that almost, broke my heart, because you saw an official advertisement for Fahrenheit 32X and Midnight Riders 32X, also for Surgical Strike 32X. Well, when it comes to that, or those two games specific, there was once the rumor that Surgical Strike 32X actually existed, and a collector had a photo posted somewhere, and in this photo was Midnight Riders shown and Surgical Strike, like this one. This is a reproduction from Brazil, from video game. Oh, I even can't read it because it's made in Brazil. Oh, Tectoy, for example, is still around there and putting out Sega products. So they had this picture and they had this game, and there are, I believe, when I read it correct last time, 500 of those reproductions in the world. Somehow they found the way, and yeah, that was in that picture from this collector a cardboard box in the same style like this for Midnight Riders. So maybe someday it finds his way to the daylight, or maybe it's just, but let's face it, you never can know, and maybe it was just a coincidence that it wasn't dropped already, because the Mega CD has not that much fans. And maybe that collector, lost his copy or passed away. I mean, I'm also not the youngest person anymore. Yeah, but I also want to mention, nowadays you can get yourself a not so rare but very cool and playable version of Surgical Strike for the 32X. For example, over eBay, on the shop or in the shop of Yoshi Torinaga, or Torinaga 16. He has a lot of cool reproductions in offer, so that would be maybe a source to find something. When it comes to Midnight Riders, no. But as I said, this magazine almost broke my heart, because I saw how much things were announced back in the day and don't get to the daylight, don't get published, because in that case Sega pulled the plug for their support on the 32X, because you saw the cover of the magazine, it was already Saturn time, and the Mega CD, of course, and also the 32X was already dying. And it was, I read a little bit more in the magazines, and it was actually this little funny story I want to tell, and then I'll wish you a nice evening or a nice day. I read the article of the last released Mega CD game. That was Batman here in Europe. That was The Adventures of Batman and Robin, who was a driving game, who was interrupted with animated cutscenes. Those animated cutscenes were drawn for the game alone. So yeah, that was a highlight, or is a highlight when you knew that. But back in the day, they didn't know that it is the last game, or maybe they knew it and they already was tired of the Mega CD. I don't know why. But the review said it would be a game like Batman Returns. A combination between the module and driving sequences. And that wasn't true, but they reviewed it that way and they tested and graded it that way and told us that this would be a game in that style. And it was, yeah, funny to read that, or a little bit also sad. So yeah, that was it now. Time will show what the future brings new to the Mega CD. Time will show what this Project Tripp will come to life. Maybe there's some cool things gonna happen, because if I just keep in mind that the Fusion, who used the Mega Drive, the 32X and the CD as an all-in-one console, I'm wondering what the homebrew community will show us in the future. So now, finally, have a great rest of day, a great evening if you watch it now. I hope you watch tomorrow my regular show, and yeah, just want to mention that you will see that it wouldn't have fitted on last Sunday. Have a great day, and thanks for your time.